well, I mean, we used to have couches.
We used to have couches.
You know, he saves money by getting these cheap little chair legs. I cannot believe this guy.
Well, you know what? As long as
our mics are pretty echoey.
Mine's not on.
You don't even need your mic. Look at this. Hi, everybody. I can still hear it.
Yeah.
Hello.
Okay, so the first thing I noticed about you is you look fantastic. You're like getting younger every time I see you, and your hair is so cute and curly.
Hello.
That's
still not working.
No.
It's okay. Don't worry about it. They can hear it. Listen to this.
Great acoustic.
We could do. You don't even need it. Honestly, listen.
Now you guys can hear me much better. Okay, Michael, this is how you use a mic. You don't have to yell.
It's not even working at all.
No, it's done.
Hello. Testing.
You know, I could really make an inappropriate joke right now about you holding those two mics.
Red leather, yellow leather. Did you ever take acting classes?
Red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather.
Red leather, yellow leather. That's what they do in acting classes to get us to learn to focus our voices more up toward the tip of the tongue and the behind the teeth there, so that we are legible and understandable from way back in the back rows. So, but unfortunately, a lot of actors take it to heart and they start talking like that all the time.
Not us.
Shit, no! I mean, poopy no! They're right in the first row. Man, I'm telling you, I'm going to take a survey right now. Who wants to see a Michael Rooker past midnight Q&A? Yes, indeed.
I think we got a unanimous yes on that, right, guys?
Yeah.
You'd have to pay extra for that, because I don't normally talk past midnight. That's like extra. You'd have to save your money up. Don't go to Norman Reedus' booth. Save your money and pay my midnight talk.
Okay, you talked about, you know, red leather, yellow leather, early in your career, acting-wise. It's funny because you have played so many different roles, but let's go back to one of your first really great movies and roles, Portrait of a Serial Killer. And let's talk about...
Should have been a musical.
It should have been. Hey, there's still time. But let's talk about, because I know with that role, you went like full-on method and deep into the mind of Henry. So tell us how you sort of approached that role.
I didn't know really how to approach it because I'd never done a film before. All I knew was that I'd gotten the role and there was really no script. We had, you got all that junk. Here, you can put it down here.
Okay.
We had 3x5 cards with ideas. And that's what I auditioned with. So it was a little bit of improv going on in the first audition, the first meeting and everything. But the guy had cast me as soon as he opened the door. I knocked on the door, and I was in my work clothes because I was going to go. I cleaned offices. I was a janitor. After school, after theater school, I'd go and I'd do the play or whatever I was doing that evening, and then after the play, I would go and I'd work and clean this this office building. There's like 2 floors, or probably about 18 offices, 20 offices, and I'd have to empty the trash and mop the floors and buff the floors and straighten out everything and all that kind of stuff. And so
you showed up in your clothes.
Yeah, I was doing a play, and my director was the guy who did the prosthetic work. He did the Otis's head. So he did all the he did that. He was really good. He was a genius makeup artist, but he was also a damn good director. And so he said, "Dude, they're trying to find this guy, and they can't find him, and you know." So I went over and auditioned and got the role. And so back full circle, I was wearing my work clothes, and he saw the work clothes, and he was like,
"That's the character."
Perfect. Perfect. You know, I had these Dickies on with white shoes that I used as I drove a CTA bus at one point, so I wore those for work, and I had white socks on. I have no idea why I wore white socks with that stuff.
Why does anyone wear white socks?
Oh my God! And I had just a button-up shirt and that jacket, the Henry jacket, this famous jacket, and I got cast because of my wardrobe, I think.
Well, I mean, sometimes it is that way. You just, sometimes a character you're meant to play. And I mean, obviously you're very different from Henry. But tell about a little bit, because I think it's so interesting, the process you went into as an actor, even on set.
Oh, well, on set it was, I was scared stiff. I had never done a film before, so I wasn't sure how the whole process worked. I had heard that they film out of sequence, and it's very true. We do film out of sequence all the time, and and so basically I'm a very curious person. I want to know why things work and why you're doing it that way, and how come you're doing it that way, and what if you did it this way? That's me. I've always been that way as a kid, and it's worked very well for me as an actor. Asking those mental questions, not out loud. I hardly ever ask. I never asked out loud questions in school hardly. I was always a quiet kid, but I always asked them in the back of my mind, what if? And so basically. Yeah, so I couldn't get away from that. That's who I am. And so I had to find a way to get away from that. So I basically had them set up a little room for me, for Henry, so that when we did the scene, after they say cut, I would step away and go into my little room and close the door. And to be by myself. And it was very difficult to get in and out of that role. And so I needed more privacy for that role, and I needed to be away from people, human beings, a little bit. So
yeah, and especially so early in your career, that's when you're learning how you work as an actor, and sometimes you have to take those extreme measures. I think that's
it was very extreme. I think people thought it was extremely extreme, but it wasn't. It didn't feel extreme to me. It started getting more extreme because I had them cover up the mirrors with paper or something, and I had them take out the light bulbs because I didn't want any light while I was sitting in the room. So I was in a dark room by myself, closed the door, and I'd wait until everything was ready to go.
Sometimes hours.
For hours or whatever, and then they knock on the door and say, okay, and I'd come out and do the scene. And then I'd go away and close the door, and they just thought that was the weirdest, freakiest thing, but it didn't seem freaky and weird to me. But you're playing a serial killer too, so that along with being in the room in the dark with no mirrors and all that kind of stuff was a little freaky for everyone. And when I tell a story, I usually tell it a little bit more freaky. But there's, kids here.
It's early.
Yeah.
But if you guys haven't seen the movie, I totally encourage you to, especially after hearing this. It's an awesome movie and an awesome performance.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
It was fun.
Yeah.
It should have been a musical. I tell people it should have been a musical.
You never know. Let's talk about Yondu, okay? How much did you know? Here you have a blueprint of a comic character that's been around for, decades. How much did you actually know about Yondu before you were approached to play the role?
I knew a little bit about the comics, but not. As first I heard, when I first got cast, I was thinking, damn, man, I'm going to have to work out. This cat is he's got a loincloth, long, lean, muscular legs. His torso is muscular, his arms are just really, when you see most of the comics, the paint, the drawings and everything, they're like Yeah, very amazing body and everything, and so I was like, I'm gonna have to work out. My shit ain't looking like that. You know, so I didn't know, and then I found out that the wardrobe was gonna be totally different. There was a totally different take on Yondu, so I was like, I was a happy camper that I didn't have to walk around half naked all day long. And yeah, Yondu, I would have been half naked, totally. I mean, if you guys have seen the comics, you know, the people who have seen the comics, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Thank goodness. That's all I can say, man.
Anybody who's seen the Guardians movies knows that music plays a huge part in the films. And I want to know, when you guys are actually filming, how was music used to influence the performances? Did you guys actually have it on
Music didn't influence my performance whatsoever, really. A lot of actors use music to get into mood, maybe before the scene or something like that. James Gunn plays music sometimes in the background to set the mood for the set and all that, but I don't really care. You know, I don't use music in that way. I listen to music, and I have a very eclectic musical taste. I listen to all kinds of music, but I don't use it as part of my prep. My prep is more secluded, more quiet, more introverted inside stuff. I don't like outside influences like music or rehearsing scenes or anything. I don't like doing that stuff. I like to be on my own, by myself. Nobody should talk to me and stuff, and I just do my own thing, and I empty my mind, empty myself, become as centered as possible, and step out and do the work, you know, do the scene. So, and that's every scene, every specific little scene, which is what I like to express to you guys. I love film work and TV work because of that, because it's so broken up. You know, a lot of people don't like that, but I like that it's broken up into little scenes and little segments and little things like that, because that gives me a grand opportunity to really give it my all in one section, one moment of this piece of this whole puzzle. And so I give everything I got for that one specific moment, and then I leave it to the editors to put it all together as a puzzle should be put together. And so a lot of times I give a lot of different ways, and so that doesn't bother me. I prefer to have it be completely fresh and new almost every time. So they'll have, the editors will have, I think, several different takes on the scene. And I don't do it intentionally. I just like to, if it stays the same, it stays the same. But if it doesn't, I don't care, you know. I just like I want it to be set like that.
I love looking at it as like little nuggets of like individual
little
moments.
Pieces of truth, you know, put them together and they all add up to this wonderful through line that can be wonderful, or sometimes it can suck.
It does depend on the editor. All right, I know you guys probably have questions for
Y'all have questions?
We're taking this mic over here, this one.
Ah, we don't do no mic.
That way.
Come here, one way.
Raise your hand if you have a question.